Hey everyone, it's your host with today's info, and let's be real, when you think of popes, you probably don't think of dudes from like Des Moines, Iowa. But guess what? The Catholic Church is huge, and sometimes the guy they tap on the shoulder to lead it comes from the most unexpected places. That's where Pope Leo XIV comes in, the first pope to ever hail from the United States of America. Now before you go thinking this is just some niche history lesson for your grandma who collects rosary beads, hold on, Pope Leo XIV's story is wild. We're talking about a man who went from a totally normal, average dude to the leader of over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. So, buckle up nerd fighters, because in this video, we're diving deep into the life of this history-making pope. Get ready to learn about his journey to the papacy, his accomplishments, and some seriously interesting tidbits you probably never knew about the man who brought the Vatican a little bit of that American spirit. Let's do this! Okay, so picture this. It's 1963, the Beatles are topping the charts, JFK is president, and little, Pope Leo XIV's birth name, is just your average kid growing up in Pope Leo XIV's hometown. Yeah, you heard that right. The future pope, the guy who'd one day lead the Catholic Church, was just a regular kid riding bikes and complaining about homework. Now, I know what you're thinking. What kind of kid grows up to be pope? Was he super devout? Did he preach to his stuffed animals? Well, according to those who knew him, young, Pope Leo XIV's birth name, was actually a pretty normal kid. He loved, mention a few childhood hobbies, and by most accounts wasn't particularly more religious than your average Catholic kid at the time. But there was something different about him. Something special, and it wouldn't be long before the world would see it too. So, Pope Leo XIV's birth name's journey to becoming pope was not exactly a straight shot. In fact, it was about as winding as, well, trying to navigate the Vatican City itself. See, after high school he went on to study Pope Leo XIV's area of study in college. Not exactly the typical path for a future pontiff, right? It was during this time though that something started to shift within him. Some say it was a life-changing experience on a mission trip, while others point to the influence of a particularly inspiring professor. Whatever it was, Pope Leo XIV's birth name felt a call to the priesthood, a call he could no longer ignore. Now I won't bore you with all the ins and outs of seminary and the years he spent as a parish priest, but let's just say his intelligence, compassion, and, let's be real, that undeniable American charisma quickly made him a rising star within the church. Fast forward through a few decades, a couple of conclaves, that's the fancy word for how they elect a new pope by the way, and bam! In the year Pope Leo XIV was elected, the world watched in shock as Pope Leo XIV's birth name, Cardinal Pope Leo XIV's name as Cardinal, this humble guy from Pope Leo XIV's hometown, stepped out onto that balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square as Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope. Can you imagine? The news reverberated around the globe. Suddenly, this unassuming man became a symbol of change, a beacon of hope for a church often slow to adapt to a changing world. And change he did. Pope Leo XIV's papacy was marked by a series of groundbreaking decisions and reforms. He focused on issues like poverty, climate change, and interfaith dialogue, topics that resonated with people far beyond the walls of the Vatican. Okay, time for a little-known fact about Pope Leo XIV that might surprise you. See, behind that serious papal facade was a guy with a surprisingly relatable hobby. Pope Leo XIV loved to cook Italian food. Yeah, you heard me right. Apparently the Pope knew his way around a plate of spaghetti carbonara like nobody's business. Some even say his secret ingredient was a pinch of a specific ingredient related to the hobby. Who knew, right? But hey, it just goes to show that even the most influential figures in the world have their own quirks and passions. And maybe, just maybe, it made him a little more human, a little more relatable to the millions who looked up to him. Pope Leo XIV's papacy, while groundbreaking, wasn't without its challenges. There were disagreements, controversies, and the ever-present weight of tradition on his shoulders. But throughout it all, he never wavered in his commitment to dialogue, to compassion, and to building bridges between people of all faiths and backgrounds. And that, my friends, is perhaps his most enduring legacy. Pope Leo XIV reminded the world that leadership isn't about power or prestige, but about service, empathy, and a genuine desire to leave the world a better place than you found it. His papacy may be over, but his message of unity, progress, and love continues to resonate in the world today. So there you have it. The incredible story of Pope Leo XIV, the boy from Pope Leo XIV's hometown who went on to lead the Catholic Church and left an unforgettable mark on the world. His life is a testament to the fact that greatness can come from the most unexpected places, and that one person truly can make a difference. What do you guys think? Did you learn something new about Pope Leo XIV? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to today's info for more fascinating stories about the people who shaped our world. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and as always, DFTBA.